everyone and welcome to Geek Anime channel. I'm your detective host Igor. We are less than a day away from episode 2 season 3 and I'm obviously a little bit late with this video because you can see behind me I'm moving my apartment and my hands were kind of full, but I still want to share with you my thoughts about the most important, the most curious questions we have after rewatching episode 1 of season 3. And obviously this is a communication video. I just don't want to present you my questions, I want to hear yours. So this time you will have to dive to those comments and write exactly what bothers you the most after episode 1, what do you want to learn and what do you expect to learn in the next episodes. So, before we begin, as usual, I want to thank everyone who supports me on Patreon, here on YouTube. Your donations, your support is what makes this channel possible. Thank you so much and let's begin. The first question, I wouldn't say I don't have an answer for it, it's just maybe there's something more there. Now, if you remember, when Tabitha leaves the hospital, we can see an ambulance, and this ambulance have a serial number 1069. Now, if you remember the trailer that we have seen already, there's also an ambulance with the same serial number, 1069, already in FROMMGM. Now, you can obviously argue that basically, we know that's what's gonna happen. We've seen some trailers. If you don't want to see any spoilers, this is the time for you right now to switch off. But I'm gonna give you a second. Yes, if you didn't still switch off the video, this is on you already. So basically we know that Tabitha and Henry are gonna get in the car accident, so maybe this ambulance is the one who's gonna come for them, and when they're gonna take Tabitha and Henry to the hospital, somehow they're gonna end up in FROMMGM. So obviously it can happen and probably it will happen, but something still bothers me. Like, there's only one ambulance for the whole town. Like, there was this chance that this is exactly the same ambulance we have seen already, or basically it's just the production had only one ambulance in their disposal, so we see it there and here and there and there and everywhere.
Because if God is real, then he made that horrible place. He created all the pain and suffering. He was the one that let my baby fall off that changing table. I'm sorry, Father, this was a mistake.
Please, wait.
I'm fine, it's okay.
What was his name?
The second question can also be explained, but still I want to be aware of it, is obviously the conversation between Tabitha and the priest. When Tabitha tells that she lost Thomas, she never mentions that this was a boy or a girl. She just say, I lost my child. And when the priest comes out, he's asking what was his name. Now, you can obviously argue that he probably didn't want to say, like, what was its name. You don't want to call a child, a baby, especially to a grieving mother, it. Okay, but you still also, like, maybe this was not exactly politically correct, priest, to say what was their name. As you can probably hear, I'm not an American, English is my third language and I don't know all the rules, but ChatGPT told me this is how you're supposed to ask if you don't know the gender of the baby. So maybe there is nothing here, but especially the continuation of the scene when the priest is really like gently pushing Tabitha to open the lunchbox kinda makes me a little bit suspicious about him. Maybe it's just a scene, maybe it's just a plot device to basically help Tabitha to realize where to go, what was Victor's dead address. Or maybe there's something way more. Now the third question, and we're coming back to FROMMGM. This is Kenny's and Jim's night, and during that night they heard some kind of noises. And those noises were not the same noises we usually hear from the monsters, from the nightmare creatures. We kinda used already to hear them whispering, giggling with their stupid fucking laugh, like hee, we come to kill you. Ah, f off. It was just somebody walking, that's all. Somebody probably coming from point A to point B. Now, whether it was the nightmare creatures or something else, we also know from the promotion materials that Jim and Kenny are gonna come back with some food supplies, with some herbs, whatever there is, some greens. I don't know exactly what it is, but obviously they're gonna find something during this trip. So if they weren't able to find it before they went to sleep, obviously this is something that's gonna be a surprise for them in the morning. Now, I kind of think that maybe something's gonna happen to them like during the night. Maybe those noises were something completely different, and when they're gonna wake up, they're gonna see some crops, some food, or something like this. I don't know, but once again, there is this question: what did Kenny and Jim heard? Was it just the monsters, or it was something else?
Come on, you've been in there almost an hour already.
Just give me a second.
You said that 15 minutes ago. Come on. I can't wait any longer.
Now, if you remember, we have a new local bitch in the colony house. Her name is Nadia, and she doesn't want to let Fatima feel comfortable, with her pregnancy. Where Fatima was puking her lungs out in the morning, Nadia was not having it. She really wanted to go to the toilet, and she didn't want to wait. Now, there was obviously some kind of conflict between them. Now, once again, if you remember the trailer, we've seen already that Nadia is gonna get a bad treatment from the monsters, and probably she's gonna get completely dead. Now, there may be just a coincidence, but this is not what we do here. Not on this channel, obviously. We don't look at something and we say, well, it was just a coincidence. No, we're trying to find meaning everywhere and in everything. Now, my brain takes me to the place of, what if this place protecting Fatima right now? What if this place is really interested in this child? Because we know obviously this is gonna be an important child. It has to have some meaning and some role in this place. So if this is true, if my idea here is true, is it possible that basically monsters or whatever attacked Nadia done it because there is a conflict between Nadia and Fatima, and now this place is gonna basically destroy any possible danger to Fatima? Because if it is, I don't know exactly what's inside Fatima's belly right now, but I'm not 100% sure it's good news. What do you think about it? I would love to know your comments. Now, the last question, once again, I'm just very suspicious about everything, like how was Sarah in the right place in the right time? Yeah, obviously a lot of people went out to help the animals, and we know that animals for Sarah are very important. Like, she wouldn't want to see them be eaten or killed or lost, because Nathan was the one who took care of them. So obviously this is her connection to her brother, the one she killed, by the way. So yeah, there is a pretty good logical explanation for Sarah being outside during the night. But does it also explain that she was right in the same place where Matthewses were? She was there to save them? Once again, I'm not saying like she's like, I cut her, she's the bad one. No, but it's something to think about, and once again to keep in mind, because Sarah is not 100% clear in my book. Okay, she is on her redemption road. She did a lot of good stuff lately, but still, I suspect everyone who's there to be suspected. So this is it. This is a short video, and as I told you, it's less than a day away from episode 2. I'm obviously gonna be watching, analyzing it, so if you still didn't subscribe and you're enjoying From and other TV shows like it, I'm gonna be talking soon about The Last of Us, The Severance, and other TV shows, maybe even Arcane. So subscribe if you're interested in more than just From. If you're interested in just From, maybe don't subscribe, because YouTube algorithm is gonna recommend my videos to you anyway. But if you enjoying this guy and the way my mind works and the way I make my videos, this is a sign for you to subscribe. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video until the end. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!